Hey everybody, today we're going to be starting up Soul Reaver 2. This is, of course, the direct sequel to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. And it picks up basically exactly where Soul Reaver left off after its big fat to be continued at the end there. So if you haven't seen that playthrough, I recommend going and checking that out for sure first. And you may also want to check out the Blood Omen playthrough because that's really where the story begins. But regardless, here we're playing on the old PlayStation 2. And the game should be starting...
Kain refused the sacrifice.
Right now. So here we go, yeah, Soul Reaver 2. I have played through this game before, of course, back when it was new. I don't really remember much about it. I think it's a fair bit different than Soul Reaver as far as the world exploration goes. But the gameplay is largely similar, I think. It does come with a bunch of bonus materials. I'm not going to go through these in this playthrough, I don't think, just because you're probably better served just looking them up elsewhere on the internet. I don't really, unless I come up with something to say about them, yeah, I think we'll just acknowledge that those are there and be on our way here. So let's go ahead and start the game. We've got kind of a long intro to go through, and oh yeah. This is not my original save file. I think this is kind of an earlier one based on the 2A there. But yeah, I have some old save data on this memory card. That's cool, I guess. Let's go ahead and we'll start a new game here.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Yes, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
Well, this is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
Ah, you two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me, sir? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how, I had not yet discovered.
Well, here we are. So a little bit of revisionist history from how I remember that final fight with Kain going and Soul Reaver. That indeed, the opening cinematic was a retelling of that fight, basically. We actually had to smack him with the Soul Reaver, which we seem to be missing at the moment. Perhaps due to Mobius's orb there. And Kain was a little more worse for wear when he went through the portal, but aside from that, it's largely the same. Of course, we get the sense that Mobius is up to no good. And certainly he wasn't up to any good in Blood Omen. And yeah, he mentioned Vordor here. Vordor, of course, being in the opening cinematic of Blood Omen, and shows up in that story a couple more times. But he ends up being killed by Mobius at the end of Blood Omen there. These are... I don't know what you call them, reliefs, I guess. Not reliefs, like frescoes, maybe more likely, of the murder of the Circle that happened in the opening cinematic of Blood Omen. I think there are 6 people here, so I think the ones that survived are Mobius, probably Nupraptor, who was responsible for the corruption of the Circle in Blood Omen due to his insanity, because his wife Ariel was killed, who was the guardian of balance. And who else survived? I don't know. Malik, I guess, would definitely be one. Maybe Nupraptor didn't survive, actually. Well, it's not that he didn't survive, it's that he wasn't one of the original Circle members. I'm actually not really sure on that one. But there we go. I think we've looked at all of these. Let's just jump in the pool here. So yeah, this is a bit more of a linear experience from Soul Reaver. So we're going to take a little time to, look around when we can. Just because I don't know if, how much opportunity we're going to have to come back to areas. We have all the same moves as we did in Soul Reaver, with the exception of now we can block, imagine. And we got heavy attacks, sidekick. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We seem to have all of our other abilities though, which is nice. To that end, I actually don't know what we're supposed to do here. I've just fired the game up and here we are. But we can still shoot force projectiles. Thought maybe that would do something. That doesn't do anything. Very well. So, I'm guessing we gotta go this way. Clearly, Mobius is very concerned about his people here. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice handy-dandy weapon. Alright, so combat is largely the same, I think, as far as like the basics of it. There you go. You still eat souls and everything, nothing new there. Take this guy's sword, I guess. Why is there so many bats and critters in here? Yeah, this is actually the hallway from that opening cinematic in Blood Omen. Like he said, Mobius said that was the room that a bunch of people got killed in. Just curious what's on the walls here. Or the stained glass, rather. Just some angels, I guess. Oh yeah, one inconvenience is that we can't save anywhere. Or save everywhere like we can in the original game. And also there's the Dark Chronicle here, which is basically the script of the game. So you can go back and review it. That's cool, I guess. At any rate, we'll continue on. Oh, it's going to be like that, is it? I don't think you're going to like how that goes, my friend. So yeah, heavy attacks, I think, are unblockable. Oh yeah, we can chop people's heads off. Devil May Cry him a little bit. Maybe. And also, yeah, you can notice, like in Soul Reaver, our health would constantly drain while we're in the physical realm. That's no longer the case, as you can see. And also the Elder God, before we went through the time streaming device there, he said that we would be beyond his reach, so perhaps our immortality is not what it once was. I guess we'll see. I wonder if I can, worth a try. That'll do. And yeah, look at that. Raziel can kill people with his bare hands now. Well, he could always kill humans with his bare hands. But I think we may be able to kill supernatural type of creatures with our bare hands now as well. Is there a sword we just threw? These are the same? Yeah, same windows. Can't go this way. I'm not sure that this game has any upgrades to collect either. I think we kind of just start with everything. Well, that's not true. There are upgrades to collect. Just not, Ow. Lady, please. There are upgrades to collect, but they won't be like swimming, climbing, that kind of thing. And there won't be health upgrades, magic upgrades, that kind of stuff. I don't think, anyway. More to the point, actually. Yeah, I don't. Oh, that's interesting. I can control movement with the D-pad. I was thinking about. There we go. Yeah. So we actually have a map now. We can shift to the spectral realm. Soul Reaver's disabled at the moment because of Mobius's orb, apparently. But imagine having an actual map. This is something that I really wish that we had in Soul Reaver. Maybe we'll compare that to the... Here we are, yeah. Maybe we'll compare this to the map that came with Blood Omen another time.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Whoa, there's a lot of guys in here. I think this guy's out of here. Good day, sir. Wonder if I can jump in the air in time to actually kill one of these guys. Okay, this guy out of here. I don't know how long the souls stick around in this game, but this is still the tutorial, so I'm not sure how much it matters right now because we're not taking that much damage, but enemies are going to get a lot tougher as time goes on. I think that's where we came in. And yeah, it seems like Raziel maybe knew Mobius at one point, but doesn't remember it. Part of becoming a vampire, I guess. Oh no, I guess we have to go this way. Is there anything else in here? Just more of these angelic statues. Try to get a look at these. Bunch of vampire heads on spikes in the courtyard. That's lovely. Seems like these are the same sort of design that's on the windows. And then I guess this is like the Seraphan symbol, maybe. Not really sure. But that's kind of what it seems like. Can I kill these rats? Maybe if we put that down. Let's see, where do you go? Dang. Whoop, he didn't shoot. A little higher? Nope. These rats are immortal gods, apparently. And yeah, same windows. Hang on. Thought I saw something weird on the wall there. Oh, wait. Am I going backwards? Apparently. So we need to go maybe this way? Somewhere? Yeah. Oh, well. I thought anyway. So we can't go there. That's closed. Ah, maybe we gotta go spectral now? I think we still have our pass through gates ability. That's gonna be my guess. Okay. So we've got the one gate that we found over here, I think. Yeah, that's probably where we need to go, is my guess. Let's see if it'll let us phase through this one here. Still have this transition to the spectral realm and everything, because we are indeed a wraith, not a vampire. The souls look a bit different out here, too. Which is cool. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we can get through here. But I bet we can get through this one. Same T-pose animation and everything. I think we still regen when we're in Spectral Realm as well. You can see that it wants us to flip back, but I figured I'd try to go through there anyway. Look at this, how skewed everything is in the Spectral Realm. So we went through there. There's also... Can I, That's they're gonna have to open the physical, not physical, the solid door first.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
That is a great question. Kablam. So yeah, I think we can still only have the Reaver out when we're in when we're at full HP here. At least at the moment. I don't know if that changes later. Can't recall. But I guess we'll see. Let's get you out of here like so. Seems like that soul's a little too far away. Don't go. Hey. Alright. I think we could turn it on and off somehow, but maybe not yet. There's a lot of guys out here, huh? Very kind of these guys to wait while I kill their fellows. Kablam. I'd like to try and kill a guy with the Soul Reaver if I can, but I don't know if I'm good enough at the combat to make that happen. I mean, it's largely the same as it was in the original game, obviously, but hiya. I wonder if maybe I do this enough times. Dang it. There we go. Well, whatever. Yeah, one of the more annoying aspects of Soul Reaver was having to have a weapon to impale vampires with, and we don't need to worry about that in this game. That will be a welcome change. Ow. Alright. Is that everybody? No, one more guy. Oh my god. Just fucking erased her. Yeah, when we kill enemies with the Soul Reaver, it eats part of their soul, which is why that soul was a little worse for wear looking there. And I think it heals us for less as well. It's explained in the manual. Maybe it will be in the game here too, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Can we get through here?
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, a apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long-dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leeched to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy, you are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
well, there goes all of our HP. Maybe there are HP upgrades in this game after all, and I was mistaken. Regardless, there's a bit to unpack there. First off, William the Just, in the original Blood Omen timeline, became like the Nemesis King or something like that. It's sort of the one of the overarching stories, really, of Blood Omen is stopping him. And to say that Mobius coerced Kain to go back in time is really not what happened. Exactly, it just sort of happened while he was on the battlefield in the final battle against the Nemesis army. And then he went back in time, killed William the Just, and, well, the rest is history, as they say, I guess. But you can see that our health is now being drained, which is kind of annoying. But we can summon the blade at will, that's good. Also, I feel like Raziel didn't listen to what Mobius said, which is that Mobius knows what happens. And Raziel doesn't kill him. At least if Mobius is to be believed, which arguably he is not, because we can see that he's clearly got his own plans here. He doesn't like vampires, and the revelation that he serves the Elder God is rather interesting as well. So clearly the Elder God is, I mean, it would be naive to believe that he wouldn't be around in this time period, but...
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Well, that's a good question. Perhaps we'll find the answer to that as we play the game here. Yeah, the Heart of Darkness was a health restoration power-up in Blood Omen, basically. And Janos Ordrin was mentioned by name. Basically, the description that Raziel just gave is a little more detailed, but nonetheless, more or less what Kain said about Janos in Blood Omen. I'm just curious what these things are. I don't know if we still... I think they might have done away with the constrict ability where we circle around stuff. That was a little janky. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. This is locked now, I think. Yes, indeed. And also interesting, the Soul Reaver has been repaired. I don't remember it ever being broken in the first place, so it's a little weird that it was broken here. Because clearly Kain had it in one piece in Soul Reaver, but yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So now where do we need to go? Probably just out, I guess. We'll grab a stick for the road here. I actually never looked in here. The sound design's definitely taken a little bit of gotten a little bit of an upgrade in this one. A lot more reverb effects and stuff, I think. Just having a look at the gears and stuff. Oh yeah, I wonder if this is a... I didn't see any runes that could be translated in Soul Reaver, at least not that I knew how to translate. I think that might actually be the rune language from Blood Omen, though. Might be worth trying to translate at some point. Seems like these are the same. Yeah, it's like the same as that. So there's two things that it says here, potentially. Question is, will this one open now? Doesn't seem like it. We put that down. I don't think it matters if the Soul Reaver's out as far as like shooting projectiles goes. It does look a little different at least, but yeah, there's actually no difference. So I guess we weren't supposed to go this way. Well, my bad. At least we get to look at the inside of the chamber there. Alright, well, give me a minute and I'll figure out where we need to go. I'm sure I just missed a path back in the other direction. Ah, yeah, here we go. So presumably we're on the right path now. Let's try the Soul Reaver on one of these guys. That dude is dead. And yeah, the Soul Reaver just ate the soul. Straight up. And you can see that bar on the bottom right near our health bar. Yeah, I think if that gets all the way around, we take damage, more or less. Maybe just go back to the Spectral Realm, I'm not sure.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here, and then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
Yeah, and the image that Mobius showed us, Kain was at the pillars or whatever, and he said that, gotta learn how to block, I think. Yeah, and the image Kain showed us, or the image Mobius showed us in the beginning of the game, he said that Kain didn't know that we were coming. I highly doubt that. very, very highly doubt that. But I guess we'll see. We gotta... There we go. Give me the stick. So that opened up. Looks like we can go upstairs that way. Got a door there. I kind of want to take a look at these, though. So yeah, in Soul Reaver, we killed 4 of our 5 brothers. Not literal brothers, I assume Sarafan brothers. This is Duma. I don't know why there's the demon behind him, though. These guys all have demons next to them. No, that's a little bit weird. Why does Duma have that? I don't know. But Duma was like a big warrior guy. He's the last one that we killed. And, I guess that's what he looked like as a human. Over here we've got... This is Melchiah. He was the weakest of the brothers, the first one that we killed. Melchiah's the one who gave us the ability, as a vampire anyway, to phase through solid objects, or not solid, to phase through semi-solid objects like gates. Duma gave us the constrict ability, which let us like circle around things to turn things for puzzles and to paralyze enemies. Over here we've got Zephon, who became like a big bug kind of spider guy almost. Well, not really. His vampire offspring were spider guys, kind of. At least that's how they devolved. He's the one who gave us the ability to climb walls, I believe. We devoured his soul. Tyrell is the one that I think ended up as cut content, basically, in Soul Reaver. We never found him. And it was never explained why. Here we have Rahab. He became a fish guy. He's got a trident. I guess that's appropriate. We got the ability to swim from devouring his soul. And then I think is that everybody? So how many brothers are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. I think I got everybody. And then, of course, there's us. Whereas Kain slaughtered our entire clan after he threw us into the abyss. So we don't know what Raziel's vampire clan might have looked like. This is where I came in. This is not where I wanted to be. I wanted to go upstairs. Hopefully those guys don't respawn. Okay, here we go. Up the stairs to the upper level here. And we'll see about getting through this other door here. This is actually not where I was expecting to be going. Is it really that high? Yeah, I guess so. Huh. Just having a quick peek around and see if there's anything up here. But it doesn't seem like it. It's just upper gallery or whatever. I'm not really sure what this window is. Sort of like an image on it. You can see it. I think that's like a Grim Reaper, maybe. Kind of see like a skull face right there at the top of Raziel's head, and then like a hand, something like that. Also noticing, yeah, the music is more music-y in this game. I feel like the music was a little more sparse in Soul Reaver, the original game. It's a lot more ambient kind of stuff. Well, actually, I guess that's not true, really. No. Maybe a little bit more ambience in some areas, but well, there's definitely some music in there. Just a little bit of a different style. A little more electronic, weirdly enough.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Indeed. Yeah, I think we have retained our ability to swim, so that's not going to be a problem for us. There's a gate over there. We should probably go check that out. Kersploosh. And yeah, swim we can. A little hard to see what the hell is going on down here, but you got the fish. Look at that, the fish react to us being nearby. How about that? Now, if we switch to Spectral Realm, I believe the... Ooh, what's that? I believe we will just fall, because water is insubstantial in the Spectral Realm. I think we should be able to still do our, like, jump out of the water. There we go.
I did not yet possess the means to unlock this barrier, but this enigmatic symbol was clearly the key.
Aha. So we're going to have to get some kind of power up to open this door. I'm not sure what's going on with the glowing there. It's probably... Basically, the mechanics in this game revolve a lot around upgrading the Soul Reaver, so it's probable that it will be a specific Soul Reaver upgrade that gets us through there. Gotta check behind the waterfall, of course. We're running out of HP. We're gonna have to go Spectral here, I think, in a minute, because we're exploring around a little bit. In fact, why don't we do that and let's see what's going on under the water. What? Surprised we haven't seen any of those, I can't remember what they're called, but those spirit guys that suck up the souls. I'm sure we'll find some eventually, among other kinds of critters. But there you go, quick. Almost looks like that. Almost thought that was a climbable wall there, but I guess not. Yeah, we should be able to just flip back to the physical realm here, and I guess we'll go the intended direction here. There we are. Alright, so where are we headed? Looks like this way. Yeah, a little late on that prompt, but I appreciate it.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Ah, so there's our checkpoints. That's nice to have. We still haven't found a save point, which I imagine we will pretty soon. There we go. Okay. Path open. Let's get through here and see what we got going on. Oh, is that not it? My bad. Is it just over a little farther? Or is it on the other side? Would have expected it to be down here. This water makes it very difficult to see what the hell is going on. No, there it is. Okay. Just didn't swim down far enough, I guess. And here's some kind of like weird electrical sound. I don't know what that is. It's not us, I don't think. Curious what's going on up here. I think I actually know what this is, and by extension, yeah. By extension, we've seen these in the fortress. A little bit of a rendering glitch there. Yeah, I think once we start getting Soul Reaver upgrades, these will start to activate. I think these are like... I think they're called like elemental fonts, maybe, or something like that. Now, it looks like we're supposed to go that way, but I see another path over here, so I'm a little curious as to what's going on here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, we can actually rotate the camera as well, but we can't look up and down. Just rotation. Sadly. No, can't go like that. Hey, don't do that. I think if we sneak, we actually won't fall off edges still, which is nice. It's not quite what I had in mind. Let's try that one more time. What am I doing here? Alright. There we go. Ah, I see. It's just another path to this guy, I guess, that we maybe couldn't reach otherwise. Something like that. Well, there is another ledge over there, I see. I don't know if we can get to that one, though. A little difficulty swimming out of the water when I want to. There we go.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
It's a very in-game way of explaining this is a save point. And there we go. I'm not going to overwrite that just yet. We probably will, though. You can only have 4 save files per memory card, I believe, even though I imagine the memory card could probably hold more, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Regardless, yeah, we'll make a new file here. Ah, it just says Soul Reaver 2A. Oh, I understand. Okay. For some reason, I thought 2A was like the area, like area 2A, but no, it's Soul Reaver 2 save A. So maybe that is my original save file from back in the day. Maybe I won't overwrite that one after all. Or at least I'll back it up to a different card first. Because, yeah, I don't have any way to actually save these. There is a device, the mem card, something or other, that you can get these days that'll let you back up onto an SD card, which I'd like to get at some point, but I don't have one right now. Okay, yeah, I think we'll call it here. These episodes are probably going to vary a bit in length because I don't have that much control over when they give me the save points. So we'll see how that goes, but it seems like our next step is to track down Kain.